Well, today we have here and we're going to be able to recover our device. In this video tutorial, we are not going to use the SIM blocked with a PIN code or anything like that. We are not going to go into what is on Google Maps either. Previously we entered through Google Maps and so we could get our phone back. But these functions are no longer working. That said, these methods no longer work. Today we are going to bring you a totally new method. Different, a fully updated method so you can recover your device. If you have a screen lock or a forgotten Gmail account. For that, we always recommend watching the step-by-step video tutorial so that you don't. You can miss any details and you can solve. I honor the recovery of your cell phone. What are we going to do now? Well, let's do the following. Hey, let's connect to a Wi-Fi network. Before starting this process, we connect to a Wi-Fi network. That said, let's go ahead and give it a go. Let's hit next. Let's connect first of all before. Well, let's click here. We'll click here to jump. We now click here to jump. Here we connect to the Wi-Fi network. Ready. Now we will wait for our phone to directly take what it is to the screen lock. This is so that you can appreciate that our device is completely locked. And how are we going to be able to recover our phone? Well, we always recommend watching the video step-by-step tutorial so you don't miss any details. Come on, we also want to tell you that in the description. From the video and in the first pinned comment we have another method. Totally different for those people who want to apply other methods. You can see it in this description of this video and in the first comment. Fixed. That said, what are we going to do here? Is to click where it says use my Google account. That's why I always recommend this when we create a Google account is always recommended not to write it down because if we forget the screen lock, we can format it and it will remain like this. But if we do not know, we know that Google account, we can recover it directly from here. Another thing I also want to tell you, as we can see here, it gives us two options. Retrieve it by email or phone number. That would be one of the advantages that we can do. Recover our device via email or via phone number. We can do that. Now what we can do then once we've reached this point. We're going to click here where it says forget. We're going to click here. We're going to click next and then click here again down here. We also click on next and do this again for about 30 seconds. Do this process, this method for about 30 seconds, then we will go back. We're going to do this for about 30 seconds. We do it. Then we quickly go back. Once that is done, then we head back. Let's wait. We wait a few seconds. Ready. We go back here. We're going to get here where we find politics. I know the sharing option is no longer working. That option where we shared no longer works. Let's see what he lets us do here. Let's see what he lets us do here. Let's see. It seems that it now lets us do nothing directly from here. Well, here we have this option that tells us politics. Here privacy. We get this privacy option. Here it comes out again. It seems that it doesn't stop. Enter from nowhere. That said, let's use the SIM card blocked with a PIN code. To be able to enter directly, or we will arrive here. Start. Here we go to emergency call. We are going to write emergency. The emergency number, and we'll see if it takes us here to contact. Here in contact, well, there is no need to enter by phone number. I say by emergency call. We can enter directly from here. Here we write anything. Here to anything. Here we write any number. It doesn't matter. Here we also write any number here. Any number. We click here on save. Let's see. We click here on message. If it lets us enter the message, but we need to insert a SIM card. We are going to insert a SIM card to give us access here. Well, let's go into a SIM card. We are going to insert the SIM card. A SIM card that gives us a signal would be faster if it gives us a signal. Let's see if it also lets us do the process. Let's wait. Let's wait for him to show us the sign. If it shows us the signal, well, let's see. What can we do then, or get another SIM card? Ready. Yes, he has already given us access here. Here the camera seems to no longer be working. The camera here is the gallery. Here in the gallery it seems that you leave us here. It says open. The browser, we click here, we hold. Driver to see no good, then we will use the method. The YouTube www. YouTube.com, we click here, we click on load. Here, as you can see, it no longer works. It no longer lets us enter anywhere. If you also experience this, which no longer lets you in from anywhere, then you will click here on the URL. The URL will give you access. Now with the URL you will be able to access here. You're going to give him the ball. You're going to give him the adjustment. You're going to give it accessibility here. You're going to enable this menu. You click here on controls. You click here on these blue letters that say adjustment. Then you will look for the accessibility menu. You enable that accessibility menu. It is already enabled. Now what you're going to do is go back. Back. You give it here in this option. Let's see if it still lets us go to the browser. It seems that the browser is still working. Use 50 of. Google no thanks, if it lets us enter the browser. So we're going to go straight in from here. We're going to type in Avisal. An official page that we have. We are going to give it a search. We are going to show you how to spell it. It is spelled like this. Ends in DL Dibsel, if not right. The full URL davegel.com now. Then here you will get any Android DTV device. Both options. Here we have many methods. We have method by PC and without PC. You will be able to find many methods. You go to the last options. Here in the last options you will be able to find this option that says ABPS Davicel. You're going to click on it. Here's what you're going to do. Well, here we go. We're going to go down. We're going to go down here. We're going to find. On Google Maps, you're going to click here on Google Maps and it will take us to Google Maps. You are going to give the little ball that appears here, you are going to give it in settings. You will give notifications here. Enable these notifications. Return. Location, you give it here. You give it location again, all here. You give the 3 dots show. Here we see Google Play services, but it seems that it is no longer working. Let's see if it lets us take Google Chrome again. Here we click here. We click here. Open Google Chrome. Open Google Chrome. Open Google Chrome. He's already taken us back here. Well, then, being here, let's give it here. Let's write Google. We'll give it here. It says access here. We are going to add a Google account. Well, I have an alternative Google account here. Here is an account. We add. We click here. We click next. Let's look for it. Well, we add it here. We added the Google account with our password. Here we click on skip. We tell him not now, and here the account is saved for us. Here we have the account saved, ready. It's done. It's stored here. We will give it here where it says manage account. So we're going to hit it here where it says security. Let's see what we get here in terms of security. Let's see here in security. Let's see if he leaves us here. Locate. Let's see so that it focuses well. Well, from here it leaves us. So let's see if he lets us in here. Here to let us in. Here he leaves us. To enter. Well, leave us here. You're welcome. Let's see. Locate here. Locate. Let's write location here. Not now. Then here location. Let's see. Location. Well, then what we're going to do is restart our phone. Let's reboot it. Let's reboot our device. Now we are going to restart our telephone. Come on, restart our phone. We restart it. We will wait for our phone to restart completely. Let's wait for our phone. They know that we have also left others in the video description and the first pinned comment. We have left another totally different method. You know the description of the video, and in the comments we have another video. Different additional ones to be able to recover our device. Well, now that our device has completely rebooted, what are we going to do? Let's do the next thing. Let's do. Okay, let's wait a few seconds. Okay, let's look for another device. We're going to do it directly from here. Let's see if it lets us. Some of the cases usually leave us. If you let us, we will add the same account that we have there. We will add it here. We're going to add it here. The same account that I added there, I'm going to add here. I'm going to download the locate option here. Locate my device from Google. Here we come here, we add it with this. We click here. We will select the phone that we have located here. Here we will give it here where it says block phone. Let's see if it lets us. Here we can write whatever we want. Here too. We click on continue. Here we will write the password. I'm going to write 1, 2, 3 and here below also 1, 2, 3 and 4. We click here. We lock device, set password. Let's see if he receives the command. Let's see if he receives the command. We're going to click on it again and see if it receives this command. We wait a few seconds. Here we are going to give it, then it says reset to see if yes. Receives the factory reset request command. Let's wait. He says it can't be done. Let's see. Load here. Location is not loading. Open Google Maps. Let's open Google Maps. Let's click on the location. We click here. The location was disabled. Now it is activated. You are going to block. Let's write here again. We continue. Here we write 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if it works this time. We click here, request. Let's wait. Let's wait and see what happens. It seems that it does not want to locate the device. Location. We'll hit reset here. If the reinstatement is requested. Well, if we see that we give it to him here that it cannot be done. If it is not possible, then we have already enabled the request here. So what we're going to do next is the following. We are going to press the power button, volume down button at the same time to restart our phone. When our phone restarts, we release the volume down button, holding the volume up, waiting for our phone waiting. That our phone restarts when it shows. When it shows the restart, we will do the following. We are going to release the power button and get the volume button. The one with volume down, I mean the one with volume up, sorry. Now we will wait for our phone to take us to this mode. What we are going to do here where it says wipe data factory reset, we press power. We go down, and we click where it says factory reset data. This is so that our phone. The first option to restart. Let's wait for our phone to reboot. Now that it has completely restarted, we will wait a few seconds. Okay, I'm going to pause this video tutorial since this usually takes a few minutes. Well, our device has restarted. As we can see, it still has the little lock. Let's give it next. Let's give it next. Here we give you all that permission. Now we click on jump. Here what we are going to do is add the account again. Now what we are going to do. As we said from the beginning of the video that we already added. You know we added, a block on, a Google account. Since it left us without resetting directly from our phone. So what we're going to do is add the Google account that we added from the browser. The same account that we added here, we are going to add there. We are now going to add the account with the password so that it gives us what we. Is that access our device so we can recover it? That's what we're going to do now. Recover our device from this point since we couldn't recover it from here, not the screen lock. The screen lock was left on, but the Google account was automatically. Let's write it. Let's write it. We write, we give it next. Now here we are going to add what that password is, ready. Now yes. Here would take us directly to this point. Ready. We hit it here, in jump. We click on jump here. Here it will ask us again for the block. They jump. Ready. Here they jump. Here they jump. Accept. Click OK. Done. We will wait a few more seconds to complete the recovery process. We click on Next. We click on Skip. We wait a few seconds. We wait a few seconds. Here we would be taken directly to the recovery of our device when. Now we take you directly to the beginning. What we can do is create a new account, add the same account we had, and that would be all. From this video tutorial. Let's wait a few more seconds. We waited a few seconds. That's why it is always advisable to watch the video tutorial step by step so that you can't lose any details and you can find a solution for recovering your device.